Yeah, just good to go.
Alrighty, my watch shows 10:15. Today's November 10th. I'll call a special meeting of Dolores County Board of County Commissioners to order. Everyone can stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, looking at the agenda, pretty bare today. Margaret did bring up that we received a request for donation from Rock, that we can add for discussion today. I think for turkeys. Something,
Yes, rock the holidays, whatever that might entail.
and it sounds like,
Yeah.
Kermary won't be in today, but we can talk about it, what it could look like for a donation finances or not, so. And then probably make a decision, I would think, at our next meeting on the 17th.
Whatever.
So.
Okay.
You guys have anything else for the agenda today?
I don't.
No.
So I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as circulated with one added item following our DC ambulance update, and that'll just be a donation discussion for reaching out to
Community
Kids.
kids.
Community Kids Rock.
Yeah.
A second for approving agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda for November 10th, 2025 as the main.
A motion to approve the agenda. Commissioner Yeoman has
Motion?
and a second. All in favor of approving agenda? Yes, as well. Agenda's approved. Monthly purpose of this meeting is usually for our utility bill expenditure meeting, largely utility bills. Going through, I didn't see anything beyond the ordinary for our expenditures.
I'll make a motion, we approve the expenditures.
And I'll second that motion.
A motion from Commissioner Yeoman to approve expenditures and second. All in favor of approving expenditures?
Yes.
I mean, yes, as well. The expenditures are approved. And whereas this is a special meeting, we do not have any minutes. Remember, we will limit public comment to 5 minutes per speaker and move into our first agenda item. Thank you guys for coming in. Update from DC ambulance.
I mean, the only thing that I have since I last spoke with you guys, or even since the letter, was I've talked to, I think his name is Joe.
Dola.
Yeah, from Dola. Yep. And his recommendation was to have you guys appoint the board that's there. And then that board will need to start working on setting up nominations for the May, either February or May. I feel like February's pushing it. May 2026 election. And then depending on the number of nominations received, either complete the
26 or 27?
26. He said 26.
No,
just- But I think because of it only being duly appointed by you guys, it would need to be duly elected, and then they would, those board of directors would then fall in line with, it would be instead of 2-year and 4-year terms, it would be 1 year and 3-year for the first set, and then it would go back into its normal cycle of 2 and 4.
Okay.
So, and then if, based on number of nominations, either go through with an election or cancel the election and
Okay.
complete the appropriate paperwork.
Okay.
And then that puts us back into duly appointed and duly elected board of directors, and we're back in compliance.
Okay.
Did, and then I believe Joyce Dennis, the SDA attorney, did anybody call him?
I talked to Dakota. And he was gonna get a hold of, he's not a partner in the firm. But he was going to talk to Linda. And tell her what was going on and have them get back to me via email, and they have not done that yet, so.
I also talked with John Seward at the conference we were at in Keystone. He actually works for the law company.
Oh,
He's their EMS advisor. And so he said when he got back into the office today, he would talk to them about our situation and see what they said too. So hopefully today we get something back from them, but as far as based off of what Dola said, this is what we do to become compliant.
Okay, is the point, and then at the next election cycle. Run through it, and then with each one of the board members' seats, it would be on the staggered schedule for election, 1 or 3 years.
my term's at 27 weeks.
Oh,
Who's all on your board? Colin, Joyce, yeah,
Greg Leming,
uh-huh,
Krista Shear,
And Shauna, have you?
Shauna. What do you think the deal with DOLA and all this had something to do with the sales tax, or do you think?
it had to do with just not completing the appropriate paperwork.
No, I apologize to everybody, because I
was on the board then, too.
It's coming up. Ever, at any time, I don't remember getting a letter from Dola about it, do you? Has anybody said anything about it, that you know of? We have nothing in our minutes, I don't know how in the world, because it went into effect in 18. But it was voted on in 2018, but it didn't take effect until May of 2023. So how in the world it was missed, I have no clue.
Well, I think too, Joyce, when somebody else was employed there. Cause I tried, I think it was you or maybe Jenny, I had to send that to the state. When you were appointed. Or, you didn't run, that paper, when you signed it, that was the state. But that one thing I couldn't get in because she had changed the password. So Lenore worked on that,
I just don't remember any of it. so-
you know what I'm talking about.
I chose to forget, I guess, I
You know-
really don't know, but,
You know who I'm talking about that used to work there, that they've got to stay.
Mhm.
okay, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
The other thing that we've done recently, before getting the letter, was appointed, I think it was Shauna, as our, is it DOE election official.
But a board member cannot be a DO, correct?
Good question.
Good question, I don't know.
No, a board member can't be. Remember Ellen Anderson was our DOE?
Right.
Because it
okay,
can't
yeah,
be a- it
because we
cannot
talked
be a
about
board member.
having Margaret, you're right.
It cannot be a board member. And Margaret Webb. And then Alan, and then, 'cause remember we had the election up at the COVID and all that, the drive-through.
Mhm.
He worked his tail off and did all that, but yeah, so that would need to be checked, cause it can't be a board member.
Okay, well, we can fix that too. so.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'm positive of that.
Did Dola give any recommendation on the timeline? For
They were
appointment?
gonna give us until election, the last I heard of 2027 to get
I think-
everything rectified.
For appointment,
All right, I think you guys will have to appoint the new board before the end of that 30-day
Mhm.
okay,
that's listed
Which
on
would
the,
be
on the letter, November 20th.
November, yeah.
We didn't get the letter till November the 3rd though.
It was yeah, they seem, it's
But
October
to be-
24th is the date on it,
To be
yeah.
safe.
Yeah, that was,
Then it says, please contact Envision no later than 30 days.
and I can get a hold of Joe pretty easily.
Okay, and I can give him a call too and to see what they would like out of the board. As far as the timeline for compliance with.
Yeah.
Because their first recommendation was to send a letter. And then, that you guys. Contact the attorney's office and see what. I don't feel like we're at risk of losing service.
Oh, no,
Just-
no, we never have been, but I hate laws.
Yeah. So contact them this week. I can follow up with you, and I'm guessing we've got a meeting on the 17th. That might be a good time to wait. Depending on what Phyllis says.
Oh, I thought you was doing that today. Or I wouldn't have come to this meeting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, no.
Do we have to do it today?
Do we need the whole board here?
I mean, just for on our end, would probably be best, I'm guessing, to accept letters of interest for those positions. Things like that.
Like, a letter of interest from the current board to maintain seated until the next election.
Yes,
A one-liner. No page. No resumes.
and I mean,
Mine's pretty short.
like, and I think the issue is that we haven't actually had an election. So I would say probably want to open up letters of interest to the general population.
I was the last elected official, and that was in 2020.
So should we,
I don't remember when Linda and I ran.
so something requesting?
I would say instead of you guys posting anything, I would say that would fall on us to open it up. That way, I mean, it sounds like Dole was wanting us to step in with it, so I think I'll probably start with the appointment process.
And that might be a question you can ask him too is. Maybe if it's appointed and it's a new. New board or different board. Do they still have to be, does everybody that's been appointed have to be up for election? Or will it follow that? That same,
Has anybody, I mean, has anybody been duly elected to their position currently within that term?
Me,
yeah, I think Joyce is.
Okay,
all the rest of them are, we've just replaced as people have quit and whatever
okay,
with that person's term.
okay. What year did you go through your election?
2022, I think it was.
Since it was COVID. 'cause it
22.
was the
How
drag-
long are the
public
terms?
health,
Mine was 4,
Okay.
but I was, yeah.
I think
So
we
I-
have,
4 years.
I think we have 3 that have 4 and 2 that have 2,
Mhm.
or some variation.
How does it work having different terms?
Because they took the person that was elected for that.
Oh, it's
They-
it's not a
Instead of
separate
finishing
term
term.
for a separate position.
Sorry, it was a-
Fulfill that term.
Okay.
We didn't know either until
Stepped in at the meeting.
Rita was on, with special district. We were aware there was term limits with special districts, correct?
Mhm. Yeah, there always has been.
Oh, there has?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. It's in that book. I asked Rita about this. I said, did you know about this election thing? She said, no, I really didn't, but I wondered about stuff like that. But she wasn't with us long enough to get us straightened out. So,
Have another job.
yeah, she got something paid. Imagine that.
So I'd say tentatively we'll have, an agenda item on the 17th for appointment. We'll try and open it up for letters of interest today. Simply, well, you know what, before I say that,
On the 14th.
let me get a hold of DOLA and see what the timeline would look like.
If you
Because that
have to.
doesn't give us a lot of time to advertise.
Doesn't, you could do a special meeting on the 24th
Yeah,
into the month,
yeah.
if that's still.
If, I
within
mean, the
time
30 days,
frame.
the letter says, contact them no later than 30 days. I don't think it has to have a resolution within the 30 days, but I'm guessing probably a plan.
But a question, in the meantime, if I'm not a board member, who signs the checks to pay our bills?
I don't know.
Can Lenore sign checks?
No. She can't.
Well, they're not exactly thrown out with the wolves. They're not totally.
But you are elected, right, Joyce?
I am elected.
You are elected, then do you sign the checks?
Mhm.
So you're fine,
But we-
right? She's fine
Yes, she would.
to continue.
But I think our board policy requires 2 signatures.
It does.
Okay,
Hmm.
And there's nobody else that was elected. Right? That's
No.
all for it.
Krista was appointed, you were appointed.
But even if they're on the checking account, I don't see how that would have anything to do with. Cause you're not taking them off the checking account. It would still be legal to sign the check, cause you're on that checking
Well,
account.
We can hope, but we sure don't wanna be doing anything illegal at this point.
Yeah,
I would ask your attorney that question or whoever you referred to
Mhm.
that question, because they would.
their bills need paid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for the operation to continue. That would be an attorney question for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, reach out to Dolan, see if it has to be done within that 30 days or a resolution made. If not, then I think the 24th would probably be the best day to do
Mhm.
2 weeks.
Well, and about this check. About appointing a new board, we haven't appointed a new board, so they are still the governing board. Of the Duck Creek ambulance. So as far as checks, I don't see how that would make any difference. Nobody's been fired,
Right.
They haven't dissolved this.
They haven't
taken
dissolved it.
anything off. They're
so there's
giving
no
it time to
legalities
fix it.
that's happened, so I don't see how that would make any difference on check signing.
Well, I guess we'll just do.
I would ask your attorney.
And he's right, ask your attorney,
Yeah, I would ask your attorney.
and just say, no, but nothing's been dissolved, nothing's been. Is it an SDA attorney or is it still ERB?
I
The
think,
attorneys that. Dennis recommended us to with SDA attorneys.
Mhm.
I would ask the SBA attorneys.
He's right,
Yeah.
I spoke too much.
Oh, no, I mean, you'd think the operation would
We-
just be able to
We
continue, but I
don't want
would,
to dissolve, but we don't want the water turned off either.
I would, I would.
yeah, because it might not ever get turned on.
Yeah, check with the attorneys on that, reach out to Bill, just to see what, for us.
And I did tell Dakota when I talked to him that I would be hunting this week, but to have Linda go ahead and email me because I can get service down there, so. And Robin has her Starlink set up, so
Okay.
can't get away from everybody.
And if I hear that it needs to be done before that 30-day period, I'll let you guys know and we'll have the 17th. If not, we'll plan on the 24th. And then we'll get the advertisement posted for letters of intent. What do you guys think? Good course of action?
And letters of intent will come to you guys, correct?
Yes.
Probably have them in to you guys by the 20th, so you can look at them and then make a decision on the 24th. Is that gonna be the
Yeah.
plan?
If they mail them, they're gonna be.
I know.
Tomorrow, I'm trying to make them, email or.
Yes.
Yes,
drop off.
Yeah.
as
Right,
soon as
drop off.
possible
Okay.
with probably, yeah.
There's only 3 others you guys.
Yeah, is there an email directly to you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll go right to
And
Shayla.
Shayla.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, then that'll be good because then she can funnel them out with us individually.
okay,
We're not, you haven't seen any of that information together.
okay.
We negotiate.
And then when we come back, the full board needs to be here, correct?
Well,
Yeah,
if they
I
wanna
would say
be-
anybody that has submitted a letter would need to be present.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Ready, is that it?
I think that's it. Yeah, yeah, I'll reach out to you
Yeah.
guys and let you know what Ilva says about the
Oh,
timeline
I
for
tell
it.
my friends and neighbors this. This is conditions, but it's a call. Oh. With it Walmart. It's in.
Okay.
That's the county, that one comes to me, the county at Morris County, see about that.
Is it best?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious.
No, that's
Your
what I
attorneys
was
say
But mine is.
about signatory for checks and operations.
But just use that one, please, that's best.
I'll call him.
Thank you.
I'll call Joey right after.
Good luck hunting again, man.
Thanks.
I'm not hunting, I'm just.
Just hanging out. Yes.
Oh, good. That's not music.
Yes.
That's your science.
Thanks, guys.
Good stuff. It's like I like put it down.
Thank you.
Anyways.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That top one.
That's the county number. My cell's on the bottom.
Thank you.
Guys.
You heard Cody lately?
No, But I called, and poor Kelsey said, Cody's dying. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh no, of what? Well, he's bad sick.
he sounded like it yesterday.
It's the stuff.
Ryan said he was bad sick.
Yeah, I'll be good. I'll get a hold of Joe with Dolan and see what their timeline looks like. I figured it was gonna end up with the recommendation for appointment. To see when. Rock.
So Carol Marie called me and asked if we could possibly give them a donation to help with their holiday, rock the holidays. I explained to her how we do the donations in October, and she said she'd never seen anything out there, and I told her where we posted things and how it works, but anyway, she just wanted to know if the county would be willing to help at all this year, and then probably, I will probably put it in for a donation for next year also. That's up to you guys. We have given Pick and Hoe $750 for the last several years. I recommend from $500 to $750, and I don't think it should be an issue with our budget for this year. I know she said they are trying to get enough money together to get 120 turkeys for families around the area, and she said, so I think because they're, and I didn't specifically ask her when they needed the money, but I'm sure it's gonna be a process, so it'll take a while for her to get it if you guys approve that. Their distribution for Thanksgiving is this Friday, and then they will do another one in December for Christmas, so. So it's up to you guys.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, and I know they received
With the
donations
staff and
for
everything.
turkeys
Yes.
from the fire department.
Yes, she said the fire department helps, the town of Duck Creek helps. They
Yeah.
never have asked the county, and I never have thought about saying, hey, maybe we should give Rock something. It just.
And
never
they
has
should
occurred to
ask.
me. And I think she told me today the town does help,
Okay,
so the town does give donations also, so. Anyway, it's just
I
something
think-
that we've sort of maybe slipped through. Whatever, it's something we probably could have been doing all these years, but it just never has come to light as much as it is now, so. Anyway, that would be my recommendation, I think. you
Those
guys.
5 to 750.
And we give, like I said, we give Pick and Hoe $750 a year to help with that, and that's something that we could do.
And we've cut some other donations.
We have got some other donations, so yes, and we can go over those shortly with the workshop you guys want or whatever, so anyway.
I agree with Phyllis. This donation in particular is a really good time to give it.
Yes,
I don't know if it needs to be made as an annual thing, more like the automatic donations that we have in the past. But I think it's
You guys do.
make a motion.
how much?
I think 750.
A motion from Commissioner Davis to provide a $750 donation to reaching out to community and kids. And a second, all in favor?
Yes.
No, I'm a yes as well.
okay, and I'll let them know and I'll let them know. Thank you guys.
Down the hall, and right, the door is open, or not right, sorry, left.
Okay, and before we close, I'll get a request for letter of intent drafted. And then once we get the green light from Dole with everything, we get that evidence.
Sounds good.
How are you?
Any other business?
Can't think of anything else.
No, I guess nobody's here to hear Leland's exciting story for me. It was so nice.
That's good.
It was just really awesome. Yeah.
You guys learned a lot from the other communities.
We're trying.
We're trying, and everybody's having issues, everybody's having
Same problem.
Did they
as we
bring-
had.
same problems as we are.
Did they bring up, there was an email from Ann Brown about a Trump initiative seeking, investigating collusion between the 4 big meat processing plants in the country.
It was discussed, but nothing like
No,
She was that the one from San Miguel?
yeah,
Yeah.
She did talk, but she didn't say anything about her.
Okay, I was just wondering with Copenhagen
Give,
talking
he brought
about
about the tariffs.
Yeah.
With Argentina and Chile and the big cattle ranches that, and he said meat has always come from Mexico, and he was talking about how these ranches, they have them. How fine tuned they are and they are USDA approved, but they're not allowed to bring the live cows over now, are they, through the border? But they are bringing the meat.
Wow.
Okay.
But I never knew that it's less, cattle operations since the 1960s. 1960s, do you know that?
They said that's how come the price is so high. Cause there's just not
Because-
enough.
And I was thinking of when I go there,
Farmlands,
the droughts have really, the water.
The availability to raise them is getting a lot lower, not just cost wise, but
pasture.
like you said,
Yeah.
pasture and feed and. Mhm.
I mean, farmland decreases, so feed for your cattle diminishes, which with conjunction with reduction in pasture.
Right. Right, well, yeah,
What
look
are-
at all
what are
these
your
farm
options?
grounds that are
Yeah.
being split off and so, I mean, look, Groundhog is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was all open range pasture.
And but people are just selling it off. It's a bummer, but it's what it is. So,
I know it came out the next day, so I'm guessing probably didn't discuss it. Was anything brought up about changes to severance tax? And how that's gonna be allocated, you think? Okay.
They did talk about, I told you the unfunded mandates.
Yeah,
And there's a statute that they cannot break a county financially of us having to fund these unfunded mandates. So this is what Marcia said, we're gonna all go to the Capitol,
Yeah.
right? We're gonna protest these unfunded
Yeah,
mandates
definitely.
because they don't understand what's going on. And then they even talked, what was it about back East Linda? They were talking the west of the Mississippi that they don't understand. What was that about? But it's partly that's coming to Colorado that doesn't
Mhm.
affect us, it costs money, but,
would that be piggybacking on Mesa County, with their initiative, like going to the Capitol, or would that be at the local 6x6?
the 6x6.
Just the
She
6x6?
said we don't need to hold a sign, but what she said,
She didn't want to hold a sign.
she didn't wanna hold a sign, yeah. And they talked a lot about that, which we don't have, well, we do, but. What was with landfills,
Mhm.
the
New regulations online.
new regulations on landfills, which is
Just the
just
cost to go up.
the cost of that and how theirs are even low, but they still, maybe that was what they talked about, is coming from back east.
Yeah, I think so.
They're from Washington, I think, is
Yeah.
what
Pushing up.
they're pushing that.
Wow.
And I mean, we've seen what the cause of that is when landfill gets too expensive to use.
Mhm.
You end up with mattresses in the ditch.
And that's, they're talking about, they
Yeah.
finally got that cleaned up. Trash alley or something down South Cortez. There's another place they need to start working on. I was trying to get one of them cornered, but it's closed.
close your eyes when you drive by my house, Phyllis.
I feel bad. Okay.
Montezuma County say anything about oil and gas,
Yeah,
project future for that?
Linda brought that with Air Products and stuff, and then Mr. Candelaria
Jump in.
jumped away and just like that, or Linda did. Get talk, yeah. It jumped in, but it was very good, Linda, but it was, maybe not to Linda, but a compliment to me. She said, you guys are so quiet. You don't get talking very often. I didn't say that. Didn't she?
I should have said, no, let's do
Yeah, I said, they said, you guys are so quiet. I don't wanna embarrass Dolores County.
So has Montezuma County talked to Kinder Morgan? Like
No.
they have spoke with the representative and.
No.
Last I heard was that Kinder Morgan went dark, a few years ago. and
What did Tim
They
Lindsay
won't
say?
get-
Years, wasn't
I think,
They
yeah.
won't give any updates.
It was their last
it?
update.
He said there's no communication, they will not come to the meetings, nothing.
I wonder why.
I don't know, but
Like
he-
they shortened their contract or what they said they were gonna
Yeah.
fulfill. It's been, what'd you say, 7 years more than what they said?
I think it's been close to that when they first started, but I'm not.
Sounds
really
like there's
sure.
been a change in their management, upper end, I mean,
Um,
middle too. we're just out there with a training with the fire department, which is crazy. It's the first time that we've gone out and done like a plant walkthrough with everything, just to see operations,
Wow.
get the layout of everything in 20-some years.
Oh, wow.
But sounded like, yeah, there's been some changes in their middle management, and upper management.
Happens,
Yeah,
stuff goes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anything about the wildfire resiliency code?
Mm-mm.
Talk about it.
That was kind of, I think that was part of their unfunded
Unfunded
mandate,
Yeah,
that's gonna break rural counties.
yeah. And remember who it was, somebody had a little flat said that I think they would need 5 full-time staff to meet all of the requirements for that mandate.
Oh, and then she sent it to Linda, Marcia, their sales tax initiative,
1% passed.
and it did
Yeah.
pass.
They can't believe it, Pat.
Yeah, they're in shock.
Awesome.
They were asking that originally they were gonna be asking for more and they got their projected, I mean, the polling data back. And this was at summer conference and she said, we're gonna have to rethink this.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But don't you think now they wish they'd asked for more to where this passed? But she's gonna send all that to start the fall to Linda.
Oh,
She
awesome,
got her email, so she's gonna, their whole steps that they did.
awesome.
So, and she said she would help in any way, didn't she? It was just a really good meeting. And then the next one will be in Pagosa with Arcata County. They talked about the flood and Valsita and the governor never showed up. I think they were in a mess over there. Oh, I wish Keith was here. They told this about, I didn't know it existed. It's this thing that goes in the river. That they have, wouldn't matter to our river. But it,
Yeah,
gauge, and it measures the, what is it when the river,
the water going up.
the water going up?
Closing up.
The, yeah, the CFFs or something. And it was so rapid and it pings to the emergency manager.
Wow.
So the emergency manager, because they didn't realize what a problem they were fixing to have because of that. And so the emergency manager went boom, boom, boom. There was no loss of life and they started evacuation. And if they didn't have that,
Wow.
they couldn't have all reacted so fast, but I didn't even know that existed.
That's awesome.
So I don't know how it stays in the river and doesn't go,
Yeah,
listen, diver Siemens and down there, I don't know.
Wow.
But they said that CF, what is it? Where it flows fast was higher than it ever had been, even in peak rafting seasons
Wow.
with the major runoff. And I don't know how many feet, I can't remember, there was a bunch, it was rising so fast. But it pinged to the emergency manager, so that worked
Yeah.
like it was supposed to.
That's awesome.
it's nice to know the system worked.
I think maybe in
Yeah.
flood zones or rivers or,
Texas,
yeah,
can't get washed.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow.
that, yeah, at our river, but for something with so many people. On it, but she said it was really neat, and they went, and everybody, it couldn't have worked any better. You can't control Mother Nature, but
I know.
that was interesting too.
Awesome. Okay, nice. So how often do they have these meetings?
6 months.
Every 6 months?
That was the first one in Montezuma,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
and it's laid out. This is not a formal meeting. This is not,
Mhm.
we all have different ideas. We all have different.
Yeah.
And it's very respectful, very,
Awesome.
I think we should host after our Chiletta.
Yeah, I was gonna say. maybe
That's what I
can
said we
have
should.
here.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think maybe they're gonna have theirs, when did she say? It's 6, anybody that's up there,
Was it in January?
maybe, then so maybe yes in the summer, where it's not, no, winter time.
Yeah.
And little snackies out.
Very cool.
We didn't take them. She's like, you guys take them. I don't know, it just feel, you get a lot from it.
Yeah, sure. Mhm. And it's nice to hear that. I mean, it's not nice, but it's that other counties are struggling just like you guys,
Mhm.
we are. So,
Any other
We're not,
ideas to fix it?
yeah.
And they don't want to do Zoom.
No, that's what they said, you don't get the, they don't want to Zoom. It didn't even go on Zoom, did it?
No, but they were thinking of Zoom because of winter.
Oh,
Should we do it by Zoom? And then half the other commissioner says, no.
No,
we
you don't
want it in
get-
person."
That's awesome.
and then Hickenlooper's aide was there and Heard and Bennett,
And somebody from Heard.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Wyatt,
They have any updates on anything? Talk about the shutdown.
Not really. They talked briefly about SNAP.
yeah, and they talked about, oh my gosh. And I feel like maybe our county's in better shape than a lot of them.
Yeah.
They talked about the food and
Yeah,
the donations.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems like all of that's gonna be ending.
It is?
Yeah, I think there were 8 that crossed the line and are gonna vote extend the CR.
Go back, paying and
Yeah.
open and.
And I don't agree.
I'll make a motion to adjourn our special meeting. Motion and second, all in favor of adjourning?
Yes.
Yes, as well. Meeting's adjourned, we'll be moving into a workshop. At 11 o'clock, so 10 minutes.
We'll get my-
I do not believe there should be.
God.
Wait.